attention, go to Discord, go to the Task Force Lounge, click on that link. Just go ahead, sound off with your name. Let me know when everyone's there.
I'm on.
That's ready.
Everyone's ready.
Right already.
Stand by.
Frost.
All right. Anyone we missing?
Different. Testing the Task Force Lounge.
Yeah.
Copy. Good to go.
All right. So, Operation Still Venom, boys. That's the name of the game for this upcoming deployment. If you scroll down to page 2, reference Phase 1 uprising. So, a radical Islamic-based terrorist organization known as the Kurdistan Islamic National Group, or KNG, began as a very small, disorganized offshoot of ISIS that posed little to no threat. Following the near collapse of the Republic of Kurdistan in March of 2021, KNG chatter seemed to increase and spread through the western parts of the country, clearly gaining traction. So, reference figure 1, give you guys 10 seconds to look at that. All right, page 3. Months later, in the summer of 2021, the KNG seized multiple food distribution centers and made large territorial advances to gain control of cities, towns, and villages while committing dozens of war crimes in the process. Reference figure 2. Give you a couple of seconds to look at that. Following multiple international news network reports, NATO insisted on the staying out of any and all conflict in the region due to the number of current world events and threats. Seemingly feeling untouchable, in February of this year, the KNG continued raiding a UN embassy and executing UN personnel in the city of Kalinui. Reference 3 and 4. Figure 3 is where it took place at. Figure 4 is the screenshot of the video that they posted. All right, let's go down to page 5. All right, these are our Op4 key leaders or key players. As far as we know, and anything in this intel brief is subject to change, just to let you guys know. If there is, we'll throw out an announcement and have you guys reference the intel brief again. The leader, Sheikh Abu Yusuf Khalid Hassan, that's the main player. He runs the whole entire operation for KNG. His second in command, we have no known picture at this time, and we're not 100% sure on the name at this time. Again, that is subject to change. Intel also that we got is that there are 2 lieutenants in the KNG, but we don't know who they are and what their names are.
Or their responsibilities within the KNG.
Yep.
I'll take it
All
from
right.
here, Butler, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
go ahead.
So as far as local support goes in country, right, we have the Republic of Kurdistan Army, or the ROK Army. They're composed of primarily motorized, mechanized, and light infantry units. They've been tirelessly fighting the KNG since the country's near collapse in 2021. Although they have the adequate equipment and personnel to be a capable fighting force, they struggle to gain and defend territory due to the disorganization and corruption of the government. Right, and we're talking about the ROK government. 2 key players on the Green Force side are listed below. We have Captain Jabir Al-Ali, right, and he's the commanding officer. And then he has some details under that. You guys feel free to read that. As well as Lieutenant Bashir Mahmoud. That's Lieutenant Bashir Mahmoud. He's the platoon leader of the primary fighting force that we're going to be kind of in contact with. So those are the 2 guys that we're going to be hearing a lot from, primarily from the Green Force side. That's pretty much all the intel that we have as of now. As Butler stated, we have new intel coming in, and we'll go ahead and disseminate once we have that kind of solidified. Anything else, Butler?
Nah, King has a question. No, go ahead, King.
What is the purpose of our presence in the region?
So if you go ahead and here, let me go ahead and declassify this. So at the top of page 2, you can see that our main mission is to disrupt the main terracell, which is the KNG in the region, kill and capture any sort of insurgent leaders, and restabilize the Republic of Kazakhstan as a country, as the government, so they have control of the country.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions regarding situation? Bro.
In terms of stabilizing the country, have we determined any KPIs or key performance indicators that'll help alleviate that process?
Not as of now, no. All we have is kind of the background of the country's state in the past year or so, and
Gotcha.
yeah.
Anybody else?
Dutch.
Do you have any NATO forces in country?
At this time, none, or unknown at this time. So this was based off everything that we were able to put together about the country and some of the key players based off YouTube videos, anything that got posted over the net.
Roger.
So we still got another week, so we'll this intel brief will be updated.
Keep in
within the
mind
week.
also they were not here for the initial campaign building, so they are kind of working in the dark on the back end.
Roger that.
Other than that, anyone
Gunner.
else got any? Gunner, go ahead.
Yeah, are we looking at any other factions in there, like Russia, China, anybody else?
Unknown at this time.
Roger that.
Anybody
Anyone
else?
else? Crow?
Yeah, has CENTCOM gotten in touch with us with any potential infiltration methods or methods of insertion into the region?
That will be disseminated within the week.
Roger that.
I think this is just the Warno.
All right. Does anyone else have any questions?
Negative.
So I got
I
a
have
question.
one.
How do we get?
Sorry,
what?
cut out
You
there.
cut
What's
out.
up?
No, bro.
I said, how do we get the picture of the main guy? Not acquire the lieutenant. How do we-
He's been he's been doing some video recordings before KNG took over in Kazakhstan.
Okay.
He was a major Islamic, let's say,
Medical.
yeah,
Sheik.
political official. Yeah, basically, yeah.
All right. That,
Do we know if we're going to get any follow-on taskings from JSOC while we're there?
Unknown at this time. Hopefully, within the next week, everything will be answered that you guys asked here tonight.
And we'll rebrief. We won't just say, "Hey, go look at
Yeah.
the document." We'll, gather everybody and kind of talk about it together.
Yep. This will be kind of a building, a week-on-week thing, right? So you guys have the general idea now, and then next week with more information will reveal itself either through recce's or CIA intelligence, and then they'll go ahead and pull everyone together on Friday and do the same thing. Does anyone have any other questions for the Indias?
what an awesome job you guys did, man. Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Great work.
Looks very promising. Very good job.
All right. Go ahead and take a seat for me, boys. Thank you very much. Outstanding job. All right. So deployment is coming up very, very soon. Dutch, it is not not
next
this
week, no.
weekend. It's the next
Nope.
weekend, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Damn it.
So, yep, it's happening.
wait. Not tomorrow weekend. The next week.
The next weekend.
Yes.
Why?
You gonna be gone?
What the fuck? I'm working. I'm working.
Sucks to be
You're
you,
sick.
dude.
Better.
Yeah, you better
That's
get
a-
COVID. You better go fucking door handles to lick.
Lick some windows.
Like some windows.
It's gonna be licking
King's
urinals.
favorite pastime.
Right.
Honestly, Windows, good to go.
Doing
Anyways,
ops.
so as we're spooling up for this, make sure that you guys are double, triple, quadruple checking your kits and your team, making sure that everyone is communicating whether or not they are going to be here. So July 8th is the first day, right, Dutch?
Is
that correct?
Hold the phone.
Let's see here. Pull the calendar.
Next weekend is the
I'm
Saturday,
sorry.
second Saturday.
Second.
Oh,
July
so
2nd.
it's okay.
Yeah, so
Not
this
first.
all you guys can assume it's going to start next week. That's just like I'll give the ultimate green light when I'm done. But I've tested the first phase today and didn't run into any issues. So I think I'll be done before next weekend. If I'm not done, I'm not done. Right, we'll postpone one more week, but
Let's
there's
do that.
no
Let's do that.
yeah,
Let's
there's no real big
Let's just wait. Let's just wait.
not a big chance on that one.
All right. So just stand by to stand by, as real life would dictate, right? We're
Most
leaving.
military
Just
thing
kidding.
I've heard
Why
yet.
don't we just
Mhm.
Why don't we just wait? We're leaving. Just kidding.
Going on deployment. Wait, we're out of gas. All right, what's that?
Which
But
one
make
of
sure
you
you guys
fuckers said
get
something?
squared away, right? And really kind of just take time to, in your free time when you're not playing Arma and you're just doing like a mindless task or you're walking or whatever, you're running, working out. Just think about kind of like, hey, like what am I going to do, right? What are the scenarios that I am going to encounter, right? So for example, right, when like basically the way I think, because I just have like way too much energy and I love this shit, right? this is what I this is my shit, right? But like when I'm at work, right, what I'm thinking about is like, what do we do if we take if we're in like a fucking, let's say we're in a staggered column and we come into contact, rear and to the right side, right? And we have X-ray element is kind of in contact, but with pieces of like the Bravo element. What do we do, right? What do I say on net? Those are scenarios that like, I just kind of run through, right? What happens if we come in straight lateral contact and this team has a casualty? What are we going to do, right? Which team is immediately going to become the maneuver team, right? Those are the kind of things you should be thinking about, because that will put you in a situation where you can never be overwhelmed, because you just have fallback plan after fallback plan after fallback plan because you thought about it ahead of time, right? Where people start to get flustered and make mistakes or make wrong decisions or get overwhelmed or freeze up is when you realize that you've come to the end of your paper, right? And you have nothing left. You have to think, you have to drum it up on the spot, right? If you constantly think about situations that you will be in, right? Like, hey, if I'm in India and I'm, whatever's happening, right? This dude's running, all right? This dude's fucked up. This guy's dying. Who do we start with? That kind of thing. Or if you're Delta, like, hey, if there's a mask has in the X-ray element, what am I doing? Those are all situations that you guys can get ahead of, and that's kind of not the expectation, right? But it behooves you to do that, right? Because it allows you to more fluidly move through the battle space, knowing that no matter what occurs, you have a battle plan in action and another 5 behind it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Stay firm.
Affirm.
All right. Does anyone have any questions about anything that we covered today, or fucking anything with campaign that you're not going to get a lot of information? The Indians were specifically told to like not give you guys the meat and potatoes yet.
Can I add a couple something brief?
Can you tab up?
That's not said to me very often. Yeah, we worked on the let's say quote unquote international airframes tonight, and we had we picked up a pretty good data set of performance characteristics from them. The hips are basically B-17s with rotor blades. There's gun positions all over the place. So if we go in somewhere hot, we can put someone on the nose, put someone out the ass, put someone on the sides, and
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
We got the
we're-
ROK for that if you want.
Yeah. So we're pretty good. The thing is, they have very rudimentary instruments, and so we were practicing mostly speed management tonight, and we're trying to jam 4 ships into a tight LZ like we would do with little birds. We managed to do it, but the level of precision from that aircraft is just not available. But it's there if we can force it out of it. We also tried Hueys. Hueys, even though being American made, have been used by almost every military on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And so we found one with a paint job with no national markings on it, and of course they work really well. We know them, and our country's got decades of history with them, so they fly pretty well. We also tried civilian MD 500s or 530s. Unfortunately, you can only fit 2 packs in the back, and then 2 pilots up front, or 3 packs with 1 pilot. So they have limited utility. I'm not sure we'll be using them, and anything that modern will probably scream modern nation military status or something. So it looks like it's going to be a combination of hips and Hueys, and
Okay.
we have a variety of weapons, obviously from the hips, and they're all very inaccurate and incredibly powerful. So just think
Oh,
Russian
God.
CAS. The comrade destroy this grid square. So that's what we know so far.
No danger, close fire missions. Understood.
Yeah. So that's it.
All right. Well, appreciate all your guys' time getting acclimated with maybe some rudimentary step down stuff.
It's all right.
All right. Well, unless anyone's got anything they want to get off their chest, that'll be it for the night.